If you're like many small business owners, the climb to the top can sometimes feel as if there are roadblocks at each and every step. But often, you're the one putting those roadblocks in your way. How do you get rid of those roadblocks and limiting beliefs? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to More Than a Few Words, marketing conversation for business owners. This is your host, Lorraine Ball. One of the biggest challenges of running your own business is actually playing small. And today, we're going to talk about how you can stop playing small. My guest, Connie Jones, is a therapist, coach, and motivational speaker, and a best-selling author of Warrior Arise, Live Bravely, Freely, and Authentically You. She's the founder and owner of Arise Consulting and Coaching in Peachtree City, and she's passionate about connecting with people's hearts while engaging their unique stories they've fulfilled in their personal and professional lives. Connie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lorraine. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for the opportunity for me to share.
I am so happy you're here because this idea of playing small, not that we don't want to try, but that we don't know how far we can go, holds so many people back.
It does. And, we create these upper limits, these ceilings for ourselves. And we don't know how powerful we are. And actually, speaking of the authoring my book, that's the whole essence of Warrior Arise. Step into, be established, be confirmed, know who you are. We are powerful, divine warriors, but we live like victims in our own lives. And we live struggling and striving and surviving. And when we were created to thrive, and we just don't know how powerful and how capable and what all is available to us that we're not stepping into, because we do live in survival. We get those messages along the way, starting early on in childhood. We get messages about ourselves from, everybody and everything we experience that tells us this is who you are, and this is who you're not, and this is who you're supposed to be, and this is what you're supposed to do. And we create those patterns of playing roles, and the shoulds and the supposed tos, and the people pleasing, and the performance, and the and the approval seeking. And that becomes our way of life when that's not the way we were created to live. And so it becomes a trap.
You touched on so many points there, but the one that really resonated with me, as children, people tell us who we are. And sometimes I think they do it to protect us. They don't want us to get hurt if we try something that they think we're not going to be good at, but maybe they're wrong.
That's right.
That then becomes your belief. Yeah. So I'm a business owner, whether by accident or because this is what I wanted to do. And I have some of these limiting beliefs. And besides going out and buying a copy of your book, which everyone should do, are there a couple of things that you could start to do to shift that mindset and break some of those patterns?
That is an incredible question, because it's one thing to talk about limiting beliefs. It's almost a buzzword in our society, and in the business world, it's like these limiting beliefs, and we've got to shatter ceilings. But how do we actually do that? And I do walk people through that process in the book. And that's what I do a lot in my work, because I've lived that. I lived small. I lived, in that role, who I was told that I was, and in the limitations of who I was told I was and who I was told I was not. And yes, absolutely, by the people who loved me the most. And they did not have malintent. There was no, intention to harm me. We see through the filter of our own experiences and our own pain. And so we're always, giving to other people messages that we think through our own experiences. But we still at some point have to take a look at, okay, what I'm believing about me, who I am, what is available to me, what I'm capable of. I have to be, the first step is to become aware of what we are believing. Once we're aware of what we're believing, then we have to look at, all right, my beliefs are creating my reality. So if I have a reality that that I don't like, that is not the reality that I want. I like to help. I help people close the gap in their lives. So if my reality is this, what I want is on the other side of the gap, then how do I close that gap? Well, what it takes is for us to start to challenge the lies that we believe. And so, where did I come to believe that about myself? Where did I come to believe that belief, period? And how do I want to begin to change that? How can I flip that script? And it is a willful choice. We can't change our belief systems on our emotions. Our emotions are messengers that we pay attention to, but our emotions don't run us. Our beliefs run our lives. And so if we want a new reality, we're going to have to do the discipline of recognizing what is the belief that is creating our reality, and then change that reality by speaking or believing something different, deciding what new reality do I want to choose to believe that is going to, or what new belief am I going to believe that is going to change my reality. And then we speak that, we envision that, we embody that, we feel that until that becomes our new reality. And we do it over and over and over as a discipline.
That really speaks to a personal experience that I had. My sales coach told me I needed to make cold calls. And I told him I hated cold calls. I told him I wasn't any good at cold calls. And he said, it doesn't matter what you believe.
That's it.
He said, do the behavior. His attitude was do the behavior, even though you don't think it's going to work.
That's it.
But commit to it and live it as if it was.
Live as if. That's the key. As if.
I still don't love cold calls, but I have found a way to create a discipline that requires me to pick up the phone every day and do the behavior. And I think that's really what you're getting at.
That's it.
Because after you do it for a while, you're not even aware maybe that your mind starts shifting.
That's it. That's exactly right. And there are everything just about in every entrepreneur's life, in every person's life, but especially entrepreneurs, because that's what we're talking about here. And as you know, as I am myself, and in every entrepreneur's mindset are some limiting beliefs, and we have to start challenging. Why do I believe that? Why, we tell ourselves things like, well, that's the way I am, or I'm not good at that, or I can't do that, or who says? Yes, I know that has been your reality up to this point, but we've got to start challenging that in order to change it. So the challenging is what changes it. And it is a choosing something different, speaking it, envisioning it, and becoming it. And that's where transformation happens.
That's so true. And it's so amazing. When I talk to business owners, one of the things that I hear that I think is one of the biggest limiting beliefs is, well, I can't charge that.
Right.
No one will pay that.
Right.
And I had someone on the show recently who said, look, in your next 10 sales presentations, just raise your price. If you don't make any of them, you can always go back.
Yeah. What's it going to hurt?
And again, it's that do something that forces you almost to look at that belief and go, maybe not.
Right. Yes. So, everything, it's patterns. We are doing a dance in our lives every single day. And if that dance is not getting us, if we're not getting joy out of the dance that we're doing every day, in the patterns, in the routines, in the everything that we're choosing on a daily basis, if we really start to notice, okay, why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Why am I thinking the things that I'm thinking? Why am I making the choices to spend my time and energy the way that I am? If we take a look at that and we're honest with ourselves, some of that is working for us and we are getting joy out of doing that dance. And some of it is not working for us. And we need to take a look at changing our steps and doing a different dance. We don't have to change the whole dance, but we can change certain steps in the dance that aren't working for us. And that's how change happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Connie, this has been great. Thank you so much for chatting with me a little bit about this topic.
Oh, I love it. I am so passionate about it, and I appreciate your time. And I just hope it helps someone make that change that we need to make and do something different to get a different result.
I'm sure that it will. I'm going to encourage everybody to check out arisecounselingandcoaching.com to look for your new book, Warrior Arise. Thanks again.
Thank you, Lorraine.
If you've enjoyed this conversation, be sure to look for MTFW wherever you listen to podcasts. Listen to two, they are short. This has been another episode of More Than a Few Words. Thanks for listening.